lost in a sea of the dying and shameless. A sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it. And I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring.
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. 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 Yeah, I just wanna be great.
I am freaking hyped. Why? Because in 24 hours, we got some Lions freaking football. Lions football, folks. In 24 hours, we've been waiting ever since the Lions kicked the hell out of the Green Bay Packers last year. And this year, we've had one hell of an offseason. Hard knocks, the draft, free agency, a lot of other teams and fans mocking us. Well, guess what? It's time to really fight back. And I got my guy here, Lions Rumble 81. What's going on, man?
What's up, Mike? Thank you for having me as always, man. I'm hyped with you, man. I am so hyped with you, man. Let the games begin, man.
Let the damn games begin. And you need to follow my man's Lions Rumble 81 on Twitter. The guy is dropping bombs on Twitter. I freaking love it. Follow this guy in this. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be a fire show, because if you ain't fired up, I don't know what else is. But I know y'all's is fired up. We got football's craziest in the building. Subscribe to my man's channel. He's a new YouTuber. Let's get this thing going here. Jamie Ward, John Ball, Joey Detroit Lions 1. Of course, Lions Rumble's into Bill and Alan Dana. We got John Ball, I'm sure I already said it, Devin Davis, Joseph Osteen, Mark Malik, 9 drinks. Hey, I know 9 drinks you get to do this live, my guy. I know you get to do this live. But let's effing go right now. We're going to jump right in this bad boy. And first off, you don't know, I'm wearing a number 9 jersey. It's been a while because Jameson Williams, my man's got number 9. What do you think about Jameson Williams, Rumble, having number 9, man?
I love it, man. I love it. It's going to do 2 things. It's going to get us off of the former number 9, and it's going to, usher in the new number 9. So I'm all for it, man. I think he's going to ball out in that jersey. I'm looking forward.
Yeah, look, I like it, man. I can't wait for this man's to get on the field. When he does, this offense is going to take it to a different level. Speed, baby, speed. And Tyreek Hill 2.0, a young Tyreek Hill with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder because, he got passed up. He should have been the number 1 wide receiver in the draft, but he didn't. But let's go ahead and get into Hard Knocks. Y'all want to talk about Hard Knocks. How many times have you watched it, Rumble? How many times so far?
Let's see. 5. 5 times. 5 times.
Let's go. Let's effing go. Let me know in the comment section, have you seen Hard Knocks? Y for yes and N for no. Y'all already know I'm gonna put 2 Ys because I watched it twice already. And it will be more than that. Rumble, what is your takeaways from the epic Hard Knocks?
Yeah, what an introduction to one of the most historic franchises in the game of football. We're kind of one of those first teams in this thing, and the city, just the community, just the whole thing. And now we have former players who have been reintroduced to a new generation of fans who have probably never heard of these guys before. And just seeing that close knit group of men leading these young Lions is something that is going to be. I'm so excited. I want them to succeed, and I think we have the right men in the front office to allow us to do so.
John Ball just dropped a $20 super chat. Shout out to
Let's
my
go.
Guy. John Ball's on fire. Hey, John Ball, you throw a question in there, it's going to get answered at any time, my guy. I appreciate you. He's fired up. I'm real fired up. First off, I gotta say, I was gonna wait a little bit, but I watched Hard Knocks. I was freaking excited. I go on Pat McAfee. I love it, man. Basically, his whole show was Hard Knocks and Dan Campbell. I'm enjoying the show, but I'm seeing in the comment section a bunch of haters, talking trash about our team, saying we're going to go 0-17, 1 win, Bears are better, a bunch of bullshit going on over there. Yeah, a bunch of bullshits going on over there. I got to say this to you fans. Y'all don't know what's coming, folks. Y'all don't know what the hell is coming. I'm not saying we're going to go to the playoffs. I'm not saying we're a Super Bowl team, but guess the hell what? We're going to punch you in the damn face, and your team ain't going to forget it. You think about knee biting, it's a funny joke. No, you're coming into the den. It's a different Detroit. This is physicality. This is going to rip off your legs, and we're going to rip off your arms, and we're going to feed it to you and make you like it. And then after you crap your own body limbs out, you're going to have to eat the crap again. That's what it's all about.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Look, man, I am so freaking fired up. What do you say to those fans? And we'll break it a little bit down. Who's poo-pooing on our Detroit Lions? It's just a TV show. Nothing's really going on in Detroit.
Oh yeah, they've never probably either played the game or been a part of something like that, man. When you have that mentality of what Dan Campbell and this culture that he's implementing, when you have that, there's nothing that's going to be in your way that you're going to find like, oh, I can't conquer this. You're going to do whatever you need to try to make those people remember you. Like we're not rolling over. We're not exposing our bellies. That old regime is gone. That's out the window. Grit from his hat to his language to his actions. He was out there doing down-ups with these guys. All 40 of them. Like bring it, man. I don't see any other head coaches in the league doing that. He's basically telling these young men, I'm here with you. I'm in this battle with you. So regardless of what you may think or feel or whatever, I'm here with you.
100%. You know, I always relate to the Army here because in the Army, you need to lead by example. If you want your troops to follow your lead, what you need to do is be a hard-ass worker. You need to work your tail off. You need to bust your freaking 2 points of contact like never before. You want men to follow you into battle, lead by example. You can talk all this garbage. It means nothing if you do absolutely nothing. Dan Campbell, he leads by example, folks. This dude drinks gallons of coffee, doing up-downs, not giving a damn what any media personality thinks about how he addresses his team, how he addresses reporters. He's all about the team. He puts his team first. He puts his men first. And they're buying into this. This is a culture-deficient team for the past 5 million years, even though the team has not existed that long. But that's what it's been. It's been a dead zone of terrible culture. Come in, get a paycheck. I don't know about you, but watching the team rally around Dan Campbell, watching the team rally around Aiden Hutchinson when he's doing the Michael Jackson there, seeing how they're all together as one unit, one freaking unit, one pride going into this season as brothers. That's what it's all about. That's what I took away.
That's a beautiful thing. Yeah. In a nutshell, you took the words right out of my mouth. We have not seen this kind of continuity in a long time with this organization. Kudos to Sheila. She's a woman of her word. You know, her op-ed to the fans in the city. She's sticking by her guns. These guys are sticking by their guns. What a time to be a Detroit Lions fan. We are on the cusp of doing something that the city has been yearning for so many years. We're right there. Again, we're not hollering playoffs, but you're gonna know you played the Detroit Lions, man. You're gonna go back to wherever you're from, lick your wounds. You're gonna be nursing some injuries. You're gonna feel it, man. You're gonna feel it wherever we are, whether it be on the road or at Ford Field. You're gonna know you played the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, this ain't no walkover team anymore, and I'm absolutely tired of being a team that's they lay down football team where no matter what you do, you just feel like, God dang, we're a bunch of young punks. You know what I'm saying? Get up there and fight. And you see the fight in their team. You see it. I love it, man. I love seeing it. Now, again, I'm not saying we're going to go to the playoffs. I have a 7-8 wins. That's what I got. But I see us, the physicality of this team changing the dynamic from a finesse team, a talking team, to we'll show up here and there to a team. No matter what the outcome is, the score, we're going to fight our ass off. And we're going to fight. We're going to fight. Now, we may lose, but you're not going to forget this one. This is not a bye week anymore. We've been a bye week. It's been this way. It's been this way for many years. Any fan who's older that's watched this team for many years understands it.
Mm-hmm.
This is not that no more. That's what I took away from it. That's what I took away from it there, Rumble.
Man, you got me hyped now, man. It's contagious, man. Absolutely.
It is. And it makes you want to run through a freaking brick wall. You know what? Hearing Jamal Williams and his speech up there right after Dan Campbell gets up there and drops a freaking epic speech, you can feel it. Not only you can feel it from him, you can feel it from the players around him like, damn right. Damn right. You can feel, and if you've been at training camp, a lot of you guys has, Dr. Detroit, what's up, my guy? Appreciate you in the building. You could feel it. It's hard to explain if you have not been in that environment, but it is a different feel. It is different. It is something that I've been coveting for a long time. And,
absolutely.
The team, the players have bought in 100%.
Absolutely,
100%.
man. Yeah, you hit it right on the head. You hit the nail right on the head. The egos have been put aside. Jamal showing his vulnerability and just showing how much he cares, not only for, the record of last year, but the men to the left and right of him, and how he's like, I'm not going to allow us to lose. I'm not going to do this. This ain't good enough. This is not good enough for me. And the guy's just embracing him because he was starting to get emotional. This ain't scripted. Jamal is not a scripted person. Jamal says what's on his mind and says what's on his heart, and he's not afraid to show it. So for them to embrace that and give them time to think and let it sink in, and that's only going to make them better, because now they know the guy to the left and right of them is not going to allow them to fail, and they shouldn't allow the guy to the left or right of them to fail. So this whole culture, this whole thing has been nothing short of amazing, and I'm so excited that it happened with Dan Campbell and Sheila and a whole new regime. I'm so glad it happened with those guys, and I'm so glad we're witnessing it with Hard Knocks through a lens. So I'm super juiced.
The dynamic of Aaron Glenn and Deuce Staley was amazing. That is brotherly love right there. I love you, man, but I'm going to beat the hell out of you between the lines. I love you, man, but I'm coming for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we coming at it. We coming at it.
Oh, my gosh.
What'd you think about them, too?
I love it, man. I love it. And it just shows how much of they're going to be future coaches. I just pray and hope and pray that they just stay here to help right this ship. I pray that they don't take that leap too quickly. Of course, those guys don't look like they're going to do something like that, but I just pray that they right this ship. I pray that they just stay here, and they're feeding off each other, man. We keep hearing iron sharpens iron. These two, Deuce said it best. Aaron Glenn asked him, why you keep circling me, man? He's like, oh, I'm a vulture. Vultures circle their prey before they before they start to eat. So that whole dynamic there, that whole, like, just the competition among coaches, like, now the players don't want to let the coaches down, and the coaches don't want to let the players down. I love it, man. I'm fired up, man. Competition, man. Like, compete, even in practice, even when no one's watching. Compete. It's hard. It's hard to get these guys to compete or do the extra things when no one's watching. So for them to just be out there doing that, we're not the same old lines, man. I hate to break the news to you fans who just are still laughing at this team. man, hey, Will, we're going to jot that down. We'll remember you. We look forward to playing you.
That's all I got to say, man. With that, what you said is right. We sitting back, we watching. You don't know what's coming, and that's all right, young punks. You're about to feel it. John, I don't know how to say your last name, Kalisk. He says, sorry, bro, I haven't been in a live stream in a while. I've been dealing with mental and health issues. Well, you know what, man? I'm going to pray for you, my guy. I got health issues, mental health issues as well. I got depression. I have anxiety. I got some PTSD, and I deal with a lot of anger issues. I can get very pissed off. And you want to know what? I'm with you, man. And anybody that's got mental health issues, I'm praying for you, my guys and gals.
Yeah.
You know, it's no laughing matter. It's a real thing, and I'm with you, John. I know the feeling. I'm
John.
like you. I'm no perfect human being at all. I'm actually a piece of trash. You know, I am not perfect. But you want to know what? We're in this imperfect world, being imperfect people all together. So I'm with you. So God bless you.
Yeah,
no
John
doubt.
Gallus. Likewise. Yeah, man. We help make the world go round, man. Our imperfections help make this world go round. So keep your head up, man.
100%.
Welcome.
Welcome. Let's talk about Lions versus Atlanta Falcons tomorrow night. Damn, it's so good to talk about what is going to be happening with a matchup. It's been a long damn time since I said this. I'm happy. We're back on it live talking matchups, and I don't give a damn if it's preseason, folks. I don't care. It's Lions versus somebody. Let's talk about Lions.
Absolutely.
Let me know in the comment section right now. Are you damn hyped for tomorrow's game? Put one word. I don't care that you say it. I'm going to just put hype. Right there, hype. Let me know. I'm hyped. Put one word in there. Matchups. A lot of matchups tomorrow. Rumble, what is one? Well, we'll just go kind of matchup by matchup. Because there's a lot to talk about in this game. A lot of, things that we need to dissect, even though it's a preseason game. The Lions offensive line versus the Atlanta Falcons defensive line. What do you want to see from the big men do against each other?
Of course. We want to see pancakes. I don't care what time of day it is. The pancakes are always good. I want to see pancakes. I want to see physicality. I want the Atlanta Falcons defensive line to know that they played a hungry Lions team. I want our boys to be picking feathers out of their teeth when they're done. That's what I'm looking for.
I want to see our offensive line, our starting offensive line, because as we know, Dan Campbell said that our starters is going to play for a quarter. So what's what I want to see from my offensive line? First off, flags, no more. I don't want to see a damn false start. I don't want to see a holding. That has been a problem for the Detroit Lions for many years. Taylor Decker, watching you on this one. But I want to see them impose their will upon the defensive line of the Atlanta Falcons. We're talking about the big nasties. The reason why our offense has a lot of money invested into it is because of Taylor Decker, Jonah Jackson, Frank Ragnow, Big V, and Penei Sewell. I want to see these five beat the living hell out of the defensive linemen of the Atlanta Falcons. I don't want to see Jared Goff even be touched.
I'm right there with you, man. And let's see what Hawk has. Can we get a block like he did against Hutch in the training camp? Can we see him chip and then go run his route? Can we see the physicality of even these wide receivers blocking if the ball gets handed off to the running back? Can we see this team actually step up and play? Okay, I don't have the ball, but let me go make a play. And like you said, limit the penalties. Limit the penalties. I believe this offense, just if they can limit the penalties, they could just be out there on the field for an 8-9 minute drive. I really see that. And I really see them treading, like Dan Campbell said, treading that defensive line into the murky waters. Like, we're in the trenches. Like, no, you don't get to substitute yet. We're still driving. So that's what I'm looking forward to that right there.
For the backups of the offensive line, we'll get into the backups. I'm curious to see who's going to do good with the tackle position. Obena Eze, right now he's considered third string, and Matt Nelson. I'd love to see Eze have a good game. I would like him to be the backup tackle and make Matt Nelson like he was last year as a blocker in the run game. He really excelled at that. I would love to see it, because if we do have an injury at the tackle position, injuries do happen, I want to be able to still have Matt Nelson as one of those blockers and move this young Eze over here to help out the offensive line. So I'm really paying attention to Obena Eze, and I destroyed his name. I'm sorry, my guy. I destroyed your name. Really sorry.
You did a better
Folks,
job than I did.
Hey, I'm terrible with names. I'm terrible. I tell you what. My guy, James Yoder from Chat Sports, he rips me up because I'm awful with names. He's like, MicroMike, you gotta get this shit straight. You gotta do it. You gotta stop, man. Sorry, my man. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm terrible with names. It's one of those things. But what I'm not terrible at is telling y'all to smash that like button. We got a game tomorrow. Let's get the likes up. Push this stream out there so even Falcons fans can see this bad boy. We got 120 in the building. Let's get to at least 75 likes, 75. I'm good at math, but I'm not going to even try right now. So we talked about the offensive line, and I'm not too worried about Brown as well. We know what he can bring he is our backup guard. Honestly, Tommy Kramer is going to probably be it. We'll see what Stenberg can do. I think Logan Stenberg is one of those guys you got to pay attention to. But other than that, the offensive line, I just want to see them dominate and not get flags. Okay, that kills.
No flags. Yes.
No flags. Let's go ahead and let's talk about the tight end position. You talked about it earlier. You want to see TJ Hockenson be a little bit of a dog in there and be a bully with the blocking. I'd like to. You seen that block too in Hard Knocks? What he did to.
Oof.
All right,
6'5". Oof. Ooh. Set him down.
He set that young man down.
Ooh.
Oh, love it. So I want to see that to the opposing team, and who's gonna break out for that number 2/number 3 position. Do you know if James Mitchell is playing? He's been practicing. That's the rookie tight end. Let me know in the comment section if you heard that. I've been waiting all day. If James Mitchell is in the game, my eye is strictly on James Mitchell for the tight end position. Because I want him to excel to be number 2. He is a good tight end. Beside his injury, he would have been a 3rd-round pick. I want to see what James Mitchell can bring. So hopefully he can play.
Yeah. Along with Hockenson's physicality, I need to see his route tree. He's been preaching how he's like, oh, you guys haven't even seen the whole route tree. So whatever Ben Johnson has up his sleeve, I know that Hockenson's ready to do this. He's got an OC that believes in him. He's ready to show the league why they brought him in, why they drafted him so high. I just feel like whatever he does, he cannot be jumping over people. He can't be doing all this stuff, man. He's got to put the team first, and just don't try to jump over 3 people. Run through them if you have to. Just show me your route tree. Show me that you have hands in the red zone. Show me that you want to be a integral piece of this thing moving forward.
Yeah, if we can get a bona fide number 2 in there, it's going to be deadly. Because I think Brock Wright's pretty good. We got him last year's undrafted. I don't like him really as a number 2. But, for a number 3, it wouldn't be too bad. I think that would be a solid tight end core. And I love Dr. Detroit talking about that he's talking about, obviously, Aaron Glenn and Deuce Staley as 2 African-American head coaches into the league next year. I don't know if we'll get 2, but, look, I love these guys. I hope for their careers, absolutely. I want them to be head coaches. From me, loving my team, I don't want them to go. I love Deuce. I love Aaron Glenn. Deuce Staley is a man's man. This guy, look, man, when he speaks, he's one of those guys, when this man speaks, ears perk up.
Yep.
He has got that
tingle.
command.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I think, a lot of people talk about Aaron Glenn, but damn well Deuce Staley deserves it too. And I think he's grooming to be a head coach at some point. And if people pass on him, well, they're stupid idiots. That's all I can say when he's ready, because I think he'll be a really good head coach for sure. And I think you're going to see that throughout the NFL Hard Knocks. But I love what he brings to this table, and I hope to God they stay in Detroit at least for another year. Come on, man. Well, I would love to see.
Yeah, I know we can pray. Yeah, we're praying right now, man. We got at least two more seasons. I want to see them. Aaron Glenn said he wants to be the best coordinator. Ben Johnson said that, and I think it's going to rub off on Deuce Staley, Aubrey Pleasant, all those coaches, man. Shep, all those guys. I think all these guys want to help right the ship, and how fitting that it just comes full circle with a man who wore the Honolulu blue and silver, and Dan Campbell coming back here and saying, I want to help right this ship. I want to be the guy to make this city roar again. So I love that, man. I love that man.
Devin, is this sound better? I turned it up a little bit. Does my microphone sound a little bit better? See, that's what the suck is on my end. I have no damn idea. I can mess with the controls and all that lovely stuff, but you guys got to tell me. I appreciate it, Devin. Let me know if it's a little bit better. If it needs to go up, I can do that for you all tonight. Just let me know. Let's go ahead and jump to the running back position.
Ooh.
Running back position. God dang, man. This is a hell of a competition going on. First off, what do you want to see from Swift? I want to see Steph, let me turn it up a little bit more for you. Let me get this thing going. All right. Right there. Right there. Okay, sounds better. All right.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
All right, so DeAndre Swift.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to see from this man in the first quarter?
I want to see him impose his will. I want to see him oppose what his name is, Swift. I want to see them whiffing on tackles, trying to get this man down. And again, if he's, I want to see him block. I want to see him be physical if he needs a block. I want this whole running back core to remember their fundamentals. Like you said, no flags, no dumb penalties, just no mistakes, man. Like, just give it your all. Don't give up. If you get hit hard, lick your wounds, go back in the huddle if you can. These are the things that we want to see, because whether we'd like to admit it or not, man, Swift came back in shape. I think he took what Deuce told him last year, and Deuce played it right. Deuce kind of said something in the media, but not too much to where it was like bashing him. But he was just like, oh, he just basically said he's young. He needs to understand the difference between, playing through something as opposed to being injured. And we all know Deuce was a very physical back in Philly.
Yes.
So I'm hoping Deuce's stuff's starting to rub off on him, and I'm hoping that he's starting to look at it and go, oh, okay, I can be successful at this. I saw your YouTube clips there, Deuce. I saw what you did. Okay, I'm all in.
I want to see Swift. I don't want to see him a whole lot, in all honesty. I don't want this guy to get injured. I really don't want, because he does have an injury concern, but I liked him to get at least a couple of reps in there just to hit. Damn it. This guy, Steve, literally takes the words out of my mouth, and I don't know why it got blocked, but he says, offensive line, if the offensive line doesn't make the holes, it doesn't matter. I was just going to say I want him to see the holes and hit the holes. You always want to take that ball and hit the holes as hard as you can. Just look, if you can't hit holes hard and you can't go all deep and hit those holes, what are you on for? You got to smash it hard as you can. And when you smash it real hard, that's what I want to see. I want to see that. I want to see the Falcons get their D smashed up. That's what I want to see. Craig Reynolds and Jamal Williams. Craig Reynolds, I like to see some of him. I know what he can bring. I know what Jamal Williams can bring, but I'm really, really looking forward to see Jamar Jefferson, Godwin Igbuke go at it, because those are the guys at the roster I want to see. Yeah, you can smash every hole you can. You got to smash that hole. You got to see who's going to win this position. Jamar Jefferson in there, and I would like to see some Jamar. I do. I want to see what he can bring because he's fighting for his life.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Again, if he can succeed to where, Deuce Staley and them know, like, okay, we're kind of set on who we want to keep at running back. He could potentially be trade bait. I'm not saying I want to trade him, but like you just said, you just spoke, we have a lot of talent there at running back that we want to kind of make sure we make the right moves. They kind of want to make sure they want to make the right moves. But, running backs, like we said, they come a dime a dozen. And we know how short their lifespan is here in the NFL. But when you have a running back core like we do right here, where it's hard to know who you're going to keep, and it's hard to, that's a good problem to have. So if he's here, if we keep him here, great. I think we have one or two other running backs on here who could potentially be trade bait, maybe later down the season, because we know this season's physical. 17 games now. Running backs, man, they're hard to keep healthy. They're hard to maintain. So, yeah.
We just started a new hashtag on here on this channel. It's called hashtag Smash the Hole. So make sure you put hashtag Smash the Hole. We're going to get this thing rolling. That's what this offense needs to do. That's what these running backs need to do. Now, this is what we've been made for, talking about the wide receivers, talking about the quarterback, Jared Goff. Now, all training camp, what I've seen, all training camp, what we've read, what we even seen a little bit of Hard Knocks, we've seen at the scrimmage and read as well, is this offense is tearing that A up. Okay, they're on fire. Jared Goff striking each wide receiver. I want to see them go down this field like it's this defense is Swiss cheese. I want to see them go down there, kick them in their teeth on the first drive, and get a touchdown. That's what I want to see. And if they get another drive, I want them to get at least 3 points. I want to see this offense do to this Atlanta Falcons defense is beat the hell out of it. Yes.
I agree with you, man. Like you spoke on it earlier, tempo, how crisp they get in and out of the huddle, how confident they are in knowing the play that was just called by Goff. What adjustments Goff's going to make, what adjustments the O-line's going to make. All these things play a vital part in just being successful and getting that ball down the field. If you don't know who you're blocking, if you don't know your route, those things right there can result in a turnover or worse, a sack, or just kills the drive altogether. So these guys have to know that, first of all, Jared Goff has to be completely clear as to what they're running. And then everyone else has to be completely clear as far as where they need to be, what their assignment is, what routes they're doing. These things right now, these are vital in pushing this whole thing forward, man. So again, if like you said, I just want them to drive the ball down the field. I want them to smash them in the mouth, smash the hole, and keep smashing the hole.
Folks,
that's it, man.
That's going to be a merch I'm making right now. So, a lot of good old YouTubers out there. This one is mine. Hashtag Smash the Hole, and it's going to have a picture of Swift right there with a football. Raw Detroit in the building. Subscribe to my good friend Raw Detroit. Got a hell of a fantastic channel. Prospects, Detroit Lions. Bringing it real. He's not going to BS you. He's just going to tell you it the way it is. And if you like it, great. If you don't like his take, great. He don't really give a damn. He's going to give you what he feels, and that's the way it is. So hashtag Smash the Hole. This is, I'm telling you right now, hashtag Smash the Hole is going to be a shirt. Make that bad boy. So that's going to be a fun one. So I want to see this offense throttle this defense. I don't want to see a 3 now. If I see a 3 now, I'm going to be pissed off. That's all I'm going to say. So I want to see them get in there and smoke these fools. Let's go to the defensive line against the offensive line of the Atlanta Falcons. What are you looking for? Now, we're going to have players like Joshua Pascal not playing, Levi Onwuzurike not playing. We got a Lee McNeil playing. We got, obviously, Michael Brockers. You're going to have Aiden Hutchinson, Charles Harris, Julian Okwara, all that. What do you want to see from this defensive line?
Next man up, no excuse, man. If you're called to be a starter that game, step up, believe, have confidence in the guys to the left and right of you. If they correct you, if they tell you where you need to be, put all egos to the side, man. It's bigger than any one individual. Of course, we know Hutchinson. I want to see Mariota on his back, and I want to see his belly exposed. I want to see that numerous times. I don't want this O-line to have any breaks. I don't want this O-line to figure us out. I just want them to be on their heels the entire game. That's what I want to see. I want to see some tackles. I want to see some hits. I want to see some physicality. That's what I want to see. No purring kitties. We're going out here. We're gonna roar. We're gonna bite your head off. We're gonna do whatever we need to do, man. Rip some jerseys, whatever it takes, man.
Yeah, I want to see Aiden Hutchinson be unleashed. You know, he's obviously our second pick in the draft. Everybody's going to want to watch him. I want to see that war paint on his face. Really looking forward to that. I want to see a sack. I'd like to see one sack in a quarter, at least from the starters. You know, we could talk about the rest. Julian Okwara, God dang it, show up. Show the hell up. We got Bryant as well. I like what I'm seeing from Bryant. And Demetrius Taylor, the UK guy, he loves him. Who's going to step up from the backups? But I want to see Aiden Hutchinson. Look, when we got the defensive end, we drafted, he was really 55 years old when he was supposed to be a rookie. He got a pick six, I think, on the first play. I'm not saying get a pick six from Aiden Hutchinson, but I want to see it. I want to see him wreak a little bit of havoc there. You know, let's be a bully a little bit. We invested in this defensive line. Let's get a bully and end this idea that we can't get to a quarterback. Let's end that. Linebackers. Holy hell. If there's a position that I am watching this whole time, it's the linebacker position. I'm going to be watching this from starters to all the way down to the final freaking four-string guys. Who is going to make a freaking play? We need help, folks, at linebacker.
Absolutely.
We need help. Absolutely. And I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be watching other games. I'm going to be watching linebackers in the back end of their teams as well. Why? Because they may get cut. And we may need a damn linebacker. But I'm watching every single one. Obviously, Malcolm Rodriguez is a fan favorite. See what he can do. Derek Barnes, watching him. Want to see what Barnes can do. Rodrigo, see if he can dance. A little salsa. We know he can do it. Yeah, man, God dang, that guy, dang, man, he's got some moves. He has got some moves. He can get the ladies with his perfect teeth, by the way. God.
Yeah.
Dang,
man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Holy hell, I don't know if your mom's a dentist and had your teeth done when you were 2 years old and were starting to come in, but my God, they're perfect. So I want to see just who steps up. I'll just say every name. Every single one there, Rumble.
Yeah, let's see what Coach Shep has. Let's see. Again, we were told this defense is going to be much more attacking as opposed to sitting back on their heels reacting. So let's see what these guys bring, man. Let's see what Jared Davis brings. Let's see what these linebackers bring. Somebody's going to get cut. You know, we got to make room for potentially someone else. So the rookie's there. We know he's probably not going to get cut. We know Anzalone. Man, he's probably not going to get cut. We know we know Jared Davis. We don't know what we're going to get out of him. Maybe they focused on him a little bit more this year. Maybe he's buying into what Shep's trying to coach. But I believe these coaches and I believe Shep and them they're gonna shock us with whatever they run. But at the same time, like you said, man, we got to know how to tackle. That goes for our linebackers as well. Tackle. If that running back breaks that defensive line, you step up and smack them in the mouth. Smash the hole. Even on defense. Smash the hole.
Hashtag smash the hole. Okay? Smash the hole. Hashtag that mug. Talk about linebackers. Roquan Smith requested a trade. Chicago Bears. Now, I made a video on it. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but I made a video on it, and because there's a billion articles about it, and he's an all-pro. linebacker. You talked about our linebackers coach. Where the hell did he come from? Rumble, he came from Chicago. Okay? That's where he came from. He's very familiar with my guys there of Roquan Smith. I talked to Harrison Graham, Chat Sports guy for Chicago Bears. No nonsense, not full of it. I said, what would it take, do you think, to get a Roquan Smith? What's up, YOLO? I see a lot of micros up in this mug, Mommin. I don't know what's going on there. We got Owen. We got YOLO. Let's go, low, man. Some people going with the micros, man. You're making me go, woo, let's go, man. God dang, I'm hyped. This is the shit I love right here. This is it. Smash the hole. People going nuts in the comment section. You guys are freaking bosses. He said that the Lions, to get him, well, not the Lions, but for any team, he said they're going to try to get a first-round pick, kind of throw that away. He says second-round pick and maybe a later draft pick. So we're talking about maybe a sixth-round pick, so second or sixth or something like that. So I said second-round pick into Quintez Cephas. Let me know in the comment section. You guys trade for Roquan Smith, all-pro linebacker, 25 years old in 2 months. He's a tackling machine. Let me know if you would do it in the comment section. And by the way, I went over the last 20 years of second-round picks. 3 players were not busts out of 20 years. Just an FYI. So if you were to give up, that's what it would be. Would you make this trade if they would allow? It's an NFC North trade. It's not like it's going to – it's hard. Would you do it? Would you call them?
Well,
say, hey.
I guess it kind of depends what we get from the Rams this year. Man. Yeah, yeah, that's a tough one because we know we're still lacking linebackers. So I believe he can come in and immediately be an immediate impact. But because teams are going to be looking for him, he's 25 years old. He's an tackling machine, tackling supreme. Yeah, and we'll just that's a gamble you have to make. And I'll just keep my fingers crossed that the Rams somehow crap the bed this year and we get a better pick for it. So if we're to make that move right now, I think that would really show what Brad Holmes is made of, because then essentially we could have a greater pick.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we could have a greater pick for this upcoming season, because we know the Rams are, man, we don't know. They're still up in the air right now with Stafford, so let's hope that their pick is much more favorable, and then I think Brad Holmes will be all over it at that point.
Anthony in the building, what's up, man? Just got done with 2 a days, my man. Working hard.
Oof.
Don Burt is 100% correct. It was Mark DeLeon, no longer a Detroit Lion. Anyways, I don't give a damn. Look, this guy is a ball and tackling machine. I'd do it. I know it's a second-round pick. Yeah. I know it's a high-value pick, but we're talking about a 25-year-old. It's not like he's 28.
Yes.
Talking about a 25-year-old, all-pro linebacker. You want this team to not be deficient on defense. It comes together when you get a player like him. You match him up with a Derek Barnes, a Malcolm Rodriguez. You got a young, hell of a – look, you're going to have a young, good, middle of the field. The team could come together with the defensive line and the linebackers. It's on like Donkey Kong at that point. I say do the trade. If they would allow, I'd make the phone call.
Yeah.
I make the phone call. That's me.
That part. Yeah, that part's going to be hard to convince them to give that guy up, especially within a division. I can't see them. I can't see them. They're going to be trolling us because they don't want us to get much more better than them. But love it, hate it or love it, the underdogs are on top again this year, so they're going to be in the basement anyways, man. Just go ahead and do that, man. Do that
Defensive
for your boy.
Backs. Let's finish this bad boy off. Then we're going to go to QA from you guys and let you guys run the show. Ask us anything you want to ask us. Hashtag, we do some funny stuff there. We all know what y'all do. Y'all crazy as hell. Let's talk about the. I'm watching Jeffrey Okudah. I know what I got with Monty. Will Harris, I pretty much understand. My eyes is on Jeffrey Okudah. Whenever he's on there, I don't think he's starting. He's the backup right now to Will Harris. I'm watching him, and I'm watching the safety position. What is going on here? What the hell is going to happen here? Elliott, we got Kirby Joseph in there, Melifonwu. I want to see what they can bring, and I want to see what Jeffrey Okudah, he's got to show something. He's got to show something.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's you said it earlier, man. I think we become sometime our own worst enemy. Especially with Okuda, man. He had a debilitating injury. So of course that's in the back of his head. He don't want to get injured. Maybe he don't want to push as hard. Maybe he don't want to, I just feel like he's not just allowing himself to just play the game that he grew up loving so much and went to school for. Um, and the same thing with Kirby and some of those guys. Their mental is not. They don't want to let the team down. So maybe they're not playing as hard or not necessarily playing as hard, but maybe they're just in their own head. But they've got to realize that these coaches are former players, man. They're going to put you in the best position to make a play. These guys to the left and right of you, they have your back. Sometimes you just need to just stick to the basics, man. So I'm hoping Jeffrey Okudah gets out of his head and realizes, like, okay, you know what? They're already paying me to play a game that I grew up playing and that I love. Let me go out here and make a name for myself. Let me go out here and make a play. Let me go out here and be Jeffrey Okudah, not the first round draft pick that from Ohio State. Just go out there and be yourself, man. Sometimes you just have to get out of your head, go out there, whatever mistakes you're making right now in this preseason game, chalk it up, learn it, take a picture of it, remember not to do that again, and keep it moving forward, man.
Keep it moving forward, just like the mailbag segment. Folks, if you got questions, do a hashtag. You can do a hashtag smash the hole. It doesn't matter. With the hashtag, I see it. I can answer it. If I miss your question, it's not because I'm being a prick. Want to know why? Because I'm 37, man. Well, I'm getting a little bit older up there. I'm losing my hair. My sight's not better. It's better now. I did have LASIK done. But I'm old. Let's go. Eric. Yeah. All right, man. I cannot wait for y'all's questions. It's my favorite time of the week to hear what you guys got to say. I love the craziness that you do with the funny hashtags and everything. This channel is for you. It's all about having a good time and having fun. So let's get this thing rolling. Hashtag smash the hole. Already got my Lions Rumble thrown in there. He knows it. We got it from Dave Johnson. Is Aiden Hutchinson going to be amazing this season? Hell yes, he is. Yes, and more yes. I've been at practice. He's everything and more that I thought he would be. He's better than I thought he'd be. That's damn good because I liked him. I wanted him in the draft over anybody, even my man's from Oregon. What do you think? Is he gonna be a stud?
Do dogs pee on brick walls?
Hell yeah, they can. Man, my dog pees outside. Thank God, barks. Put it outside, but my cat's a young punk. My cat, that's a young punk. That's a different story. What's the earliest we see J-Mo? I would say after the bye week. I think that's week 7. That's when I think the Detroit Lions will see our man, Jameson Williams. Hey, Mike, I'm concerned about the D-line. We're about to get the run on. What do you think? I'm concerned about the injuries. I think you have, AGC, a very good concern there because you look at Joshua Pascal, injured. Levi Onwuzurike, it does feel like a Deshaun Hand type of situation. What do you feel about the defensive line? Are you a little concerned there?
Not so much because I believe that these guys are just they're getting adjusted. Even Levi came in. He trimmed some weight down. He took his offseason seriously. I just think they're battling some nagging stuff. I think we'll be all right by maybe hopefully by week 2 or 3. You'll start seeing some of these guys in. But again, like you said, those reps matter, man. So these preseason reps, These are the ones that matter. But I think Levi, once he gets back, I think we'll be all right. Next man up.
Hashtag Dan Campbell called. He says, like smash the hole in the lights and throw in smash in the hole. Hey, Dan Campbell calls to smash that like button like you smashed the hole. So go ahead and smash that bad boy if you've not done so. Question from my guy here, Grand Desir. Has James Houston, outside linebacker, had a good camp? Have not heard his name from source I follow. Your thoughts on him? I haven't heard a lot from James Houston, but the last 2 practices I heard he did fairly well. That's pretty much it. But when I was at camp, I didn't see anything from him. But from what I led the last 2, he's starting to show some little bit life there. Have you heard anything else on him?
Yeah, no, I haven't really heard anything. I think he was in one of the pressers. And he was kind of talking about the culture and he was talking about the coaches too. And so still remains to be seen. But like we say sometimes, it's if we don't hear about you in a negative or a positive, then that means that could be something good. So hopefully he's learning. Hopefully Shep's got him learning. Hopefully he's picking up on things. And hopefully he can be another vital piece, a youthful vital piece, and he earns his keep here. So,
what do you think about JMO's number change? Well, let's just tell you this. All right, you know what I think about it? I could wear my damn jersey again. That's what I feel about it. I'm fine with it. He called up Stafford. He showed his respect. I got no problem with it. No problem at all. Sometimes being a Lions fan feels like I just smashed Dato. I don't know what that is. Am I an idiot right now, Rumble? I'm sure I am. Am I a fool?
Let me see. Sometimes
I wanted to make sure that it's Dato.
The toe, like his toe.
Oh, yeah.
The toe.
God, I know.
Smash the toe. Okay, yeah, that is very painful.
Stubbing a toe is the worst pain in the world, especially when you just wake up in the morning.
Oh, man,
you're trying to go to bed. That's the worst. Hashtag smash the hole. 104 playoffs. 104 500 record. 104 Bears head-to-head. Do you take the bet? The best would probably be the Bears. They're having some issues over there. They are. And that's the bet I would take. Playoffs, I'm not going to bet on that right now. I have them 7-8 wins. Second bet would do 500. That's pretty close to it. I mean, they could make the playoffs. I am a little bit of I'm not the biggest bettor in the world, even though I do sports betting on this channel. When I think it's an easy win. Do you think we are a playoff team if we somehow get Roquan Smith? I think it would elevate another win for us.
Yeah,
I think I would push it from 7 to 8 to 8 to 9. I think that would do that. What do you think?
Absolutely. Yeah, he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder, especially if they trade him. I think it's going to, especially to Detroit with what they're doing right now. I think that guy's going to want to come in and assert his dominance, especially against the division, especially against the Bears. Justin Fields, if we get Roquan Smith, good luck, buddy. Good luck. Good luck.
Which player is going to cry on Hard Knocks next? Oof. That one's difficult. I don't know, man. I think it's literally those two. They're very emotional. Whoever gets cut next. Well, whoever gets cut in the upcoming. I don't think anyone's going to be cut on this next episode. It'd probably have to be the following episode, but I don't know. Do you have any answer for that one?
Who's going to cry next? I believe maybe Jeff Okuda, maybe. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think it's because he's going to get cut. I just think it's just because he's going to. I don't know, man. I feel like he's in, like I said earlier, I feel like he's in his own head. I feel like he's doing too much thinking and not enough, just trust in these coaches, man. Trust in Aaron Glenn. Trust in Aubrey Pleasant. These guys were defensive back geniuses when they played. So trust in these guys, man. Trust in these guys.
Will our linebackers be able to cover tight ends this season? This is going to – look, I've been hype all stream. I'm gonna be a little bit of a Debbie Downer right now. I don't think so. I think we're gonna have issues. I think that's where we're gonna get hit. We just gotta hope on our defensive line can get to the quarterback first and disrupt any sort of pass, whether it be to a tight end or a wide receiver. Anybody, just get there as fast as humanly possible. Are you able to summarize the metaphors that Dan Campbell used in his first speech to the team on Hard Knocks? We had a lot of speeches. When we talk, I think his very first was talking about don't be late, don't be overweight, respect the game, and that I agree with that. I like that. That's exactly what you got to do, setting the tone there on what you want to see. So
Yes.
that was his very first one. I say tone setter. Hitting a like button and show support. I appreciate that right now. I think we got 90 likes. If we can get to 100, that would be fantastic. How the hell are we down? Smash it. How many we got in the building? I don't even know. Let's see. We got 167, so 8 to go now. I got to 60.
Let's go, boys.
The only one who thinks Dan Campbell is daddy, AF. Smashed the hole. Joking. That's right, man. That's right. Hashtag FGB. Hashtag FGB. What's your karaoke song like Hutch Billie Jean? Ooh, my karaoke song. Let's see here. How about Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, If You Scared, Go to Church. I love that song, man.
Okay.
Gonna hit you where it hurts. I like that. If you scared, go to church. That's it, man. It's Sunday's game. If you scared, don't show up.
Yes, sir. We got Amon. Let the church say Amon St. Brown. There we go.
There we go, man. This one is to you from Steve Torrey. He says, I'm still worried about our defense. 2 questions. Who leads the lines and tackles end of the year, and who leads in sacks? Rumble.
Okay, I'm going to go who leads in tackles. I'm going to go defensive line, and I'm going to say the rookie leads in both by the end of the year. God willing, he gets a clean bill of health for the entire season. I think that guy's going to set the trend moving forward for that D-line.
Kevin T, does Funchess still have practice squad eligibility? I don't see him making the roster. I think he does. I'm pretty sure he has the ability to make the practice squad. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like I'm about 98% sure on that one. Am I right? Is that right? I think he does.
Yeah, I think we might see a couple of things out of him tomorrow as well. I think he's, like you said, the person who asked the question. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Just Funchess being on the practice squad.
Yeah, I think I think we're going to see a couple of series with him, and potentially, like you said, he could be on a practice squad. And again, he could be potentially one of those guys that ends up getting traded, but that still remains to be seen.
Steve Lehman says, will the biggest dark horse this season? Who will be the biggest dark horse this season? We had plenty show up last season. Who will be the next one to come out of nowhere and turn heads? Well, I'm going to say it right now because, look, I'm not the Lions homer around here, folks. I said the Lions going 2 to 5 wins last year, and if everything went right, they would get to 6 wins. I've been saying the Detroit Lions is not going to be the 7-8 wins. But after seeing all these fans from these other teams on the Pat McAfee show in the comment section talking crap about the Lions going to go 0-17, 1 win, 2 wins, they are the dark horse that's going to turn heads. They are going to punch these fans in the face with reality that this is not the same 3-win team or same Matt Patricia freaking heartless team out there. Lions are going to be the dark horse. Do they make the playoffs? I still say no, but they're going to turn some heads. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, man. You know, once you play this team this year, you're gonna know you've been in a fight. You got to go back home and lick your wounds and ice. You're gonna be in the ice bath a little longer.
Ooh.
You're gonna be like, okay, who did we just play? Are you serious? We just played the Detroit Lions? You're gonna be looking around like, what? We played the Detroit Lions, 3-13 Detroit Lions. It's not gonna be the same thing, man. These guys, from the coaches down to the players, down to the city, down to people like you, MicroMike, who are just so passionate about this team. The energy in Ford Field alone, the energy alone within this community is going to propel these guys to do something that we've been waiting on for so many years. So my hat's off to you as always, man, and all these guys in the chat. You guys rep where you're from. Let's get this stream to 100 likes. Hit that like button. Smash the hole.
Hashtag smash the hole. What are the odds both Hutch and Harris have double-digit sacks? That's difficult to have two players to have double-digit sacks. I'll say the odds are less likely. I think Hutch can get a 10-plus. I think Harris will be probably like 7 or 8. That's what he had last year. He had 7. He led the team in sacks. I think that's what it is. So I'm going to go maybe like 30%. 30%. That is a difficult task to take up. MicroMike,
Yeah.
how many interceptions do you expect from combined from the defense? This season, I'm going to go 9. 9
I'm gonna go.
interceptions.
I'll go 12.
Ooh,
I think there's gonna be
I
some
love that.
tips. There's gonna be some tips from that D line. We know Hutch can jump off his feet and potentially tip a ball, and somebody else come in and clean it up. I think 12.
What wide receivers make the roster? Well, actually, Jamison Williams is probably going to be on the NFI list. So he's going to be on the roster, but it's not going to be counted as a roster spot, just an FYI. Amon-Ra St. Brown, DJ Chark, they're definitely making the roster. There's no doubt about it. Josh Reynolds, again, the Jamison Williams is clearly going to make the roster, but the NFI list. Khalif Raymond, he's going to make this bad boy. Quintez Cephas, and due to the fact that Jamison Williams is going to be on NFI list, Trinity Benson makes the initial 53-man roster, but will get cut when Jamison Williams is back in this mug. That's what I got. Do you have anything different from that, Rumble?
No, you kind of those are my go-to guys as well, and hopefully we keep some of them for the practice squad again. Trade bait, and hopefully some of those guys play on special teams as well.
Rocky Watts says, thank you for the service. Well, thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. God bless you and all the service members out there, the folks that put their life on the line for this country. Really appreciate all of you, and God bless you. Goff is a top 15 quarterback. Do we draft one? If he is. This is a question, Rumble. This is a difficult one. Jared Goff, statistically this year, he's a top 15 quarterback at the end of the year. This is what happens. The Lions got 2 first-round picks. This is a difficult territory. Do we draft a quarterback?
Yeah. Why not? Why not? I think we've been talking about it about how they've opened they've balanced the books now. So I believe you do use one of those draft picks for a young quarterback to just come in here and be under the tutelage of guess who, not only just Jared Goff but also Mark Brunell, and Ben. Let's see Ben groom a young quarterback. So yeah, I do see that, and then with our checkbook open the way it is, I think we do go out and potentially grab a couple of free agents. So yeah.
I agree. I say yes, draft a quarterback. I like the idea of getting a quarterback. I think it's really important to have some guy you can develop into.
Yeah.
Is Jared Goff the future quarterback of the Detroit Lions? See, a long-term answer. It's really up to him and how this team performs. It's not me to decide. It's not any of you guys. It's not Rumble. We are just sitting back and we watch it. We're sitting back. It's up to Jared Goff to be that. I think it's going to be difficult for him to come out there and be. Now, he's going to put up some numbers, but I still want quarterback. I do. Even if Jared Goff is great, what about behind him? What about behind him? Tim Boyle and David Blau. Does anybody trust that, or do you want to get a young guy in here to develop? There's nothing wrong with getting a developmental quarterback at all. Teams do it all the time, even when they got stud quarterbacks. They get developmental guys to help the team out. And guess what? If you never have to use them, that's fantastic. That's great. That means your star is there playing. But if you have to, you can. And if he performs well, He can be the future. And if you never see him and we're not going to have him, you can always trade him away to another team like the Patriots did with Jimmy Garoppolo. So, I mean, it's one of those things that I said, yeah, why not?
Absolutely.
When we win the Super Bowl, will Dan Campbell get Campbell's Soup commercial? Man, if he went, look, not only is he going to get Dan Campbell's soup commercial, he should be on freaking every damn commercial if he wins a Super Bowl at Detroit.
Oh, man. I could picture it now, man. Dan Campbell's soup featuring kneecaps and snapbacks. You're going to have the word grit in there in noodle form. Oh, man, I could see it.
Oh, man, look, man, y'all already know. Like, if he wins the Super Bowl, it's on, dog. It's on. Folks, we've been on for over an hour, did a lot of QA, but we're going to be live on LNU. And from what I last heard, Herm is going to be on, and Chrissy as well. That's the last what I heard. It could change literally in, 25 minutes, because I haven't even checked my phone. So, if you want to continue this conversation about Hard Knocks, see what he has to say, see what our great Chrissy's got to say, see what other people's got to say, you need to join us on LNU. So we're going to get this thing going. I got to set it up. So make sure you come on down. But before you do that, I appreciate everybody hanging out. I appreciate everybody chilling. Rumble, do you got anything you guys to say?
Love you guys in the chat, man. Thank you guys. MicroMike, of course, you know it, man. You're my brother. Love it, man. Love the energy, guys. Thank you guys so much. Follow me at Twitter at LionRumble81 on Twitter. Same handle. Yep. That's it.
Right there.
Thank you guys.
See that face? That's what you got to check out, right? That face. That beautiful face. With that said, folks, see you in a couple minutes.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring.
My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great, yeah.